Hey guys, it's Robin, RsIslandCrafts, and this is Talk to Me Tuesday for Tuesday, October 30th, 2018. Happy Halloween tomorrow! As I've mentioned before, we're not doing Halloween this year, no trick-or-treaters. These are all my decorations. That's about it for me. We don't even have any candy actually in the house. I have some, I like to have some hard candies around just to have after dinner, a little snack or something like that. But we don't actually have any big bags of candy or anything in the house, so trick-or-treaters won't be coming here this year. We're going to have some beautiful weather for them to go out trick-or-treating in. Let's see. Today I think it's going to be the high of 82, and tomorrow I think they're calling for Halloween to be somewhere in the mid to upper 70s, so it's going to be really nice at that time of the night, maybe about 75, 77 degrees. So the kids, with their costumes, they'll be warm enough, but they won't be sweltering, so it'll be good for them. I don't think no rain or anything like that. We used to get rain just before, like around dinner time for Halloween, and then the kids would have to wait for it to stop raining, and then they can go out trick-or-treating, but I don't think we're going to have that this year. So fall has finally hit Florida. Sunday, it was in the 70s a lot. Monday morning it was 54 degrees when I woke up, so that was really, really nice. We were able to, Sunday I opened up all the windows in the house, let everything air out. It was really nice. It dropped the temperature in the house. It was about 80 in here, which my thermostat might be a little iffy on my air conditioner, but it reads 80 degrees, but it's really comfortable and it kind of feels cool when you're coming in from outside. So I don't have a thermometer that tells me the true temperature in the house, but it was 80 degrees. And after I opened everything up, it dropped it down to 74. So it was beautiful in here. It was nice not to have the air on Sunday night, to let everything just kind of be blowing through the house. Now at nighttime we close all the windows down. I don't know, I kind of feel like it's not always a good idea to leave windows open all night, especially if nobody's in that room. It's kind of a security thing. While we're not in a high crime area, there has been a lot of crime going around lately, and why take a chance, right? Now, when most of you guys do spring cleaning up north and everything, I tend to do autumn cleaning. Spring cleaning I really don't do that much because we're basically shutting the house down for the summer and locking it all up. So now that, like in the spring, you guys have been closed in all winter and you're opening up your windows. We've been closed in all summer, so now I'm opening up my windows. And I start doing you take the curtains down, you clean the curtains, you make sure, well, with the rains we've been having, I haven't had to worry about cleaning my screens. The wind's been blowing the rains enough that it's been okay. Plus we're covered in dirt roads everywhere with all this construction, and you're never going to get anything clean. My car is constantly dirty. I had already taken care of the garden like I told you last week. I'll just do, the usual. You're going to start dusting from high up down and clean your walls and stuff like that. So I do a lot of that during the autumn instead of the spring. But nobody cares about my cleaning, so let's go ahead and look at what I got accomplished this week. I did spend some time with the sewing machine. Let me show you the top from my monsters, my wonky log cabin monsters that I've been working on. The green fabric did come in, and I think it works beautifully with these blocks. I was expecting more of a neon-y color, limey green, and this is, I call it just basically like a Crayola green with some, how it has those splotches. I don't think it's called marbling, but it's just a semi-solid. And I think it worked out really good with these blocks. So I went ahead and I did the sashing, and I did a 2.5-inch sashing, and then I made a wider border. I think I went with maybe a 3.5, 4-inch border. Yep, I cut my borders at 4.5 inches so that they finish at 4 inches. I went with a wider border on the bottom and also at the top. So I really love how this turned out. I'm getting ready to get to the point of pin basting it so I can quilt it. I already have the batting purchased. I purchased it with the green fabric, so I can go ahead and start right in on that and not have to wait for anything. And I went ahead and I pieced the back too. I just took some of the fat quarters from the other pack and I just left them whole. And I just stitched 6 of them. And then I put some narrow sashing in between. I think this one's 3 inches, 4 inches. And then down the center was 10 inches just to bring it up to size. So that was really fun. Now some of these were the extra ones that I'd previously used for project bags that weren't in the front of the quilt. But that's okay. It's part of the same package, so all the colors are the same, so I'm not worried about that. I'm trying to decide whether I want to do some type of organic straight line quilting, more of a squiggly quilting, or if I want to just go ahead and free motion it. I will probably go ahead and do it just in the green, just because the green I feel is like the biggest color in this quilt. Since the green stands out the most, I might just go ahead, since I've got that fancy machine now, and maybe do some straight line wonkiness around each of the block, kind of in a square spiral, and then maybe do something in the sashing and the borders. I think that might be fun too. I don't know, I'll figure it out when I get there, but I do know that with the amount of green fabric that I have left over, I'm just going to go ahead and bind it straight into this green fabric. That way it'll just finish it off and it'll frame it nicely, and it won't be anything to detract from these colors here. So this is what's been on my sewing machine this week. I really had a lot of fun putting this together. I still have to go through and de-thread it, because as you know, there's always threads everywhere. I'm hoping to get this done maybe sometime at the end of this week into the weekend. Go ahead and get this. I want to pin baste it soon so that when the weekend comes I can go ahead and quilt it. And it'll give me a few more days to think about how I want to do it. But I'm really thinking that I like the idea of doing a wonky straight line spiral around inside each of these log cabin blocks, just to help accentuate that area. And if I do that, I might not use the green thread. I'm not sure. I might try to pick something that will blend in a little more. Maybe a pale yellow would really disappear if I'm going to do that. That way you'll see the feel of the quilting, but it won't be popping out directly like if I'd used a green. I'll think on it. Like I said, I'll think on it for a few days while I'm pin basting it, and because at that point you're really up close to it while you're pin basting, and that's when I usually decide exactly how I want to quilt it, because you're spending all that extra time really right up into your face, because you're right down there pin basting it, and then that's usually where my ideas come from. I know a lot of you guys have been really busy lately. I hope you're finding some time to get a little bit of sewing in, even if you don't feel it's enough to go ahead and put a video and show us. It's coming up to that time of the year we all get busy right about now, right? Alright, looking forward to seeing everyone's videos, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye!